tape with me. This is my thing.
Oh, good, man. I love it.
Watching tape is my thing.
Watching it. Yeah, you're good at it.
Thank you. And I love watching your fights. You do some pretty spectacular things.
Thank you.
Yeah, really amazing things. So we got to get right into one right here. Dan Henderson. You remember this fight? Not that long ago.
I love that fight, man. It's still to this day my best performance that I've ever had.
Yeah?
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, I love it too, man. Some amazing, incredible things happen in this fight. We get right at it here. Remember this?
Yeah, that's a double leg. You know, I got to a high crotch, switched into a double leg. Right here, you see me kind of, my hands up at the waist here on the far side. I would prefer it be a little lower towards the knee, but the big deal is my right arm trying to get deep up in the crotch so that I can start to feed in my hips to get them up in the air.
Now, you're going to step in a couple of times and bring your hips in deep like that. That's just natural? You've been doing that your whole career?
Well, I've been wrestling for so long that I know that in order to generate power, I've got to get my hips in close. I was always a guy that liked high-impact moves, and it was always about lateral drops and stuff where I can pull a guy close to me. And that's what I'm doing here. But yeah, just kind of shuffling the feet, trying to get the position where I need it to be so I can get to the strong finish.
In physics, they call that an anterior load or an axial load.
Okay.
Axial, you're right up underneath it, and you can generate all the force with your legs, right? So that's what you're doing here. And then drive in. And he becomes kind of weightless here, right? As you get him up?
Once you get him in the air, he's pretty easy. Now, from this point, I'm just trying to get rid of Dan. This is from freestyle wrestling, you know, like, 3-point move if you can get it. Try to just get rid of him, and I'm kind of turning him as he rotates over. I can only imagine what Dan's thinking at this point. You're upside down in the middle of the octagon. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's been there before, and he takes it like a champ, like you'd expect from him. Like you see, he immediately, as soon as he hits, he immediately goes to 4 points as quick as humanly possible.
Yeah, he tries to get back to his base, but right here I just chase the back. I go get the corner, and with my left hand here, I grab the back of the neck, and then the left foot, I hit a little foot sweep. I know that I have the angle on Dan here. I know that I have such a strong angle. I'm trying to grab him by the head so I can redirect him into my left foot, which allows me to hit that foot sweep and put him on his back again.
You would have never predicted that foot would have crossed, though, right? You're going for his right ankle, right?
I am going for his left ankle.
You are, because you catch his left ankle.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. So normally you would take from the front or the side, you try to pull the same side with the same leg to kind of trip him back. So yes, I was trying to get his left foot to try and just trip him. I did not think that it would cross, though, which allowed the move to actually look a little bit better.
Yeah, super cool. But to be able to do that, and this is slow-mo, this happened in seconds.
Yeah.
What kind of zone? Like sometimes you're in that zone where just everything's working, eh?
Everything's working at times, but with this move, I'm just kind of flowing. I'm just letting the wrestling go. Like anytime I'm in like a real wrestling situation, I can actually just flow and I'm comfortable. It's my comfort zone, you know? So stringing moves together is kind of what I do, you know? It's not I don't have to think about it.
Now, that doesn't even take place if we don't enter. So right here on the outside, this is where you're about to enter, get the entry, and get the leg.
Yes.
Do you remember how you entered here?
Yeah, 1-2 are like an 1-2 are like an overhook, overhand right, which brings Dan's hands up. When his hands go up, I think I throw like a high kick or something.
You throw two kicks first, which I found interesting, maybe to just heat up that distance. So you see, you throw two kicks from the outside, which makes him kind of very aware of the outside.
Hands got to go up.
Yeah, now you go hands. And I notice, so you go jab, overhand. And I kind of think off your overhand, it allows you to step in with your right leg, which leads to your natural entry when you're wrestling, right? You drive in with the right leg first.
I'm trying to get to a single leg. I like to get to single. From single here, I stick my head on the outside because I like the high crotch position. So yes, by throwing the overhand right, even if it missed, I could still reach down and grab that leg into the single position.
I think it allows you, and you do it when you're going to enter, you step with the right leg. And now your whole life you've been entering with your right leg forward from the time you were a kid.
Yes, yes. So I'm actually going over and entering into kind of a southpaw stance where I can snatch the leg. I have to step forward with this leg to snatch a single on this side. Now, the lucky thing about me is, Robin, is that most guys, when they fight, they have to switch to this leg in front. I was lucky enough to wrestle with this leg in front, so a lot of my offense actually didn't have to change. That's why it's so much easier for me to take guys down than most guys.
But you're right-handed.
I am right-handed.
But your whole career, you went left foot
I had left foot forward because when I was in high school, I broke my hand. I broke my right hand, and two thumbs. I broke my thumb. So I had two screws in my right thumb. So I had to do everything with my left leg in front when I still had my cast. It was the only way I could wrestle, and so I kept it that way.
And it changes how people deal with you, and it changes just that little feel as you enter on things, because a right-handed guy entering off the left is something they're not used to.
It's so completely different. You know, it's not natural, whereas I am in my natural position, ended up getting like strong top control. Eventually got the finish on Dan Henderson. Again, still my best performance to date.
Yeah, love it. Now, I know you got to go, so we're only going to look at one more. We're going to look back. You're rematching Anthony, and so we'll look at this one. Now, you've watched this many times, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know? What do you think I'm going to show first?
You're going to show me getting knocked down, probably. You're going to show me getting knocked down by Anthony.
Yeah, what's interesting, though, about it is he drills guys with this, and they don't handle it.
Yeah.
But the way you handle it is fascinating, right? So you look here, he's in an incredibly powerful biomechanical position. That's a real legit overhand right that you take. And why do you think you took it where other guys can't take that?
Man, I was given a second chance to win this belt, and I was like, man, this is not going to end in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So whatever you do, you get up off the floor and you get back to work. You know, we got a 5-round fight, man. It does not matter if he lands once. He's going to have to land multiple times in order to get me out of here.
There's your reaction time, I think, is a part of it too, because as this happens, you'll see it on the next shot, you instinctively are moving away as the punch comes, and that's just the champion reaction time, and other guys don't do that. They're flat-footed. There, you're moving away just in that moment. And then this is the magic. Like, this is where champions are made, right here. You now, after taking that, you see that lean forward? That's an offensive-minded position right there. You've made the decision in split seconds to now sort of apply what you want to do. And you can see it, right? You see your eyes are directly on him. Your body language says, I'm now going. That's a moment that only champions have.
Well, you have to be aggressive with a guy like Anthony. He's a bully. If you allow him to bully you, he will bully you. And again, it's the second shot.
Yeah.
The first shot can hurt. The second shot puts you out. So when you're fuzzy already and you take another one of those punches, it's night-night. So at this point, I'm like, okay, how do I get an angle to try to grab this guy or take him down or just go forward so I can get him off of me?
Well, that body language there says that literally what you're saying about making the decision it isn't over. Not only is it not over, but you're going to take charge. And you see what you do right here. This is just fascinating in real time. Now you go and you see back, under, around, to the back.
Yeah, just like a little pass by. I allowed his momentum to go over my head and then chased his hip with my left arm.
And everything has now changed. You have as much time as you need. So you see, backing up, take that shot, nobody else takes it, get back up, reset, and that's why you're a champion. And that's why other guys didn't do it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Awesome, awesome stuff. I know you got to get out of here, man, but I really, really appreciate you.
Robin,
it's been great hanging out with you.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Nice breakdown.